Okay, this is section 1.6. Subtracting real numbers. Okay, when you're subtracting two numbers, like if you have a minus b, that means the same thing as a plus negative b. A minus b is the same thing as a plus negative b. So you can change all your subtraction problems to addition problems. All you have to do is change the minus sign to a plus and change the sign of the number behind it. So you would change that minus to a plus and you make that be negative. If it were a minus a negative b, see, that would be equal to a plus b. You would change the minus to a plus and change the sign of the negative b to a positive b. And then you go by your addition rules. So when you have a subtraction problem, sometimes you have to add the numbers together, but sometimes you have to subtract. Okay? You have to just pay attention. If you have the same signs, once you change it to addition, if you have the same signs, you add it. But if you have different signs, you subtract it. All right, so let's look at this one. 16 minus a negative 3. 16 minus negative 3. So we're going to change that to 16 plus 3. See, you change the minus sign to a plus, and you change the negative 3 to a positive 3. So 16 plus 3 is 19. Okay, if we have negative 6 minus 5. Negative 6 minus 5. We're going to change that to negative 6 plus a negative 5. See, you change the minus sign to a plus, and you make the 5 negative. You make two changes every time. Change the minus to a plus, and change the sign of the number behind it every time. Now we go by our addition rules. Since these two numbers have the same sign, since they are both negative, we're going to add them together. So we get 11, and you keep the common sign, which is negative. So it's negative 11. Yes, if they have the same signs, you add them together. That's right. All right, if we have negative 3 over 11 minus negative 5 over 11. Now you rewrite it first. We're going to rewrite this as an addition problem. So it's negative 3 over 11 plus 5 over 11. See, you change the minus to a plus. The minus is between the two numbers. Change it to a plus. And you change the sign of the negative 5/11ths to positive 5/11ths. And now we go by our rules. So now they have different signs, right? So you're going to subtract. So you get 2 over 11. And 5 is larger than 3, and it's positive, so your answer will be positive. So see, all we're doing is we're rewriting them as addition problems, and then we're going by our addition rules. Okay, let's look at this one next. Number 4. Negative 10 minus negative 8 plus negative 4 minus 20. Now, when I rewrite this, which signs am I looking to change? The minus signs, right? So everywhere I see a minus sign, I'm going to have to change that to addition. But remember, you have to make two changes. You change the minus to a plus, and you change the sign of the number that's behind that minus sign. So negative 10 is going to stay negative 10. But see how you have the minus before the negative 8? You're going to change that to plus and make that 8 positive. Now on the next number, are you going to change anything? No, because it's already addition, right? So you're just going to leave it plus negative 4. Now on the last number, since it's minus 20, I'm going to change it to plus a negative 20. So see, you just change your minuses to plus and change the sign of the number behind the minus sign. Now we're going to go by our rules, and we can just work it from left to right. So if we put the negative 10 plus 8 together first, that would give us negative 2, right? You subtract because the signs are different, and 10 is a larger number, so it's negative. So negative 2 plus negative 4 plus negative 20. Okay, now we'll add the negative 2 and negative 4 together. Since they have the same signs, we're going to add and keep the common sign. So that's going to be negative 6. And now you can add your negative 6 and your negative 20 together. The signs are the same, so you add, which gives you 26. And the answer is negative because you keep the common sign. Okay, one more, number 5. The absolute value of negative 3 plus 2 squared plus negative 4 minus negative 6 in brackets, like this. Okay, now you know we're going to take care of our grouping symbols first. So we can go ahead and take the absolute value of negative 3. The absolute value of negative 3 is just 3. I'm going to bring the rest of that down. And we can also do what's in brackets next. Now, since that's a subtraction problem, I have to change it, right? So I'm going to make that a plus. And if I make that a plus, what does that do to the negative 6? Makes it positive, right? So now we're going to subtract those because the signs are different. And you get 2. Now you'll do your exponent next. So we have 3 plus 2 squared is equal to 4 plus 2. And now we're just going to add from left to right. 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 plus 2 is 9. So the answer there would be 9.